Islam mean? So we, so now I was asking one of the elders, like, what is the difference between a prophet and a prophet? Like, all prophets are a prophet. Now you are either a prophet or you're not a prophet, right? Or does it like the seniority ranking in prophets? But the truth is, a prophet is a prophet. If he was a prophet, acknowledged as a prophet then, he's a prophet now too. So it is of highest importance that we give the prophet due, the respect due unto a prophet. I think those are the words of Jesus Christ himself. And that Muslim people, they have to be more loving and more expressive towards Hazrat Isa too. Don't feel shy in not expressing your thing. Of course, Hazrat Muhammad is Rasulullah, Muhammad Rasul. Yeah, no, yeah, I can talk about religion. She doesn't talk about no religion. Well, so who talks about religion? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we're getting back to the Islam. Islam is wonderful. Uh, there's much to discover. There's some book called the Arif, I believe. The Arif is something about spirits. Islam believes about genes and all kind of magical creatures, and I thought it's a whole load of things. The Arif, there's some kind of book. There's one guy on YouTube that he goes all in the fringes of Islam and discoveries about all that. I was even getting interested into medicines. In ancient, in South India, there's a kind of medicine called Unani medicine. I think even the Pathans of Afghanistan follow the same kind of medicine. Dawa, Hakim Pasha. So what else do we have to say? So how long did I speak for? It was 30 minutes. Yeah, I'm committed to speak. Beginning, I started this Quaker thing, and I also recently applied for a thing as a pastor. So I need to speak for 45 minutes every weekend. So this is my talk to you to share about prophets. Like, what exactly is a prophet? So is it being able to tell the future prophet? And then Mother's Day. Well, I hope you have a fine Mother's Day with your mother. My mother was fine too. It was nice going through my mother's things. I was recently quite. Somebody put up a wrong tombstone uh, for her, and it was a funny one because they put up hope. Hope. I was mentioning to them like hope. Do you know where's hope? Yeah, that's what you need to be well read. Hope was the last thing that came out or was stuck in Pandora's box. So putting hope on a tombstone ain't a mighty good idea, my friend. Words are very important. So in this, but another going back to Mr. Piper, John Piper, what I struck out to me was Luke. I think was in Luke. In the beginning there was the Word, and the Word was with the God, and God was the Word, or something like that. It was things. So that is quite compelling. The quote, you know, in the beginning there was the Word, and the Word was God, and God was the Word. So, that being said, I would highly recommend, whether you're a Muslim or a Christian or a Jew or Indian, like even a Hindu, You've all come to taking your language for granted. Yes. Well, I swim in a lot of languages. I speak like so many languages. I know I speak so many. I don't really know how many. I can't start counting, my friend. I now count. Yes, John 1:1 say it says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." Now, that's like very deep. It's kind of I'm still yet to fathom it. Pretty sure you might have like a smart answer, sir, but maybe don't give me a Paul answer. Don't talk to me about Paul. The problem with Paul and all is like, it happens all the time. For example, I came up with an idea. For example, I come up with a good idea about, there are many good ideas. For example, I give you a good idea gone bad is like the vaping industry. Now vaping has become a scourge with our youth and all. But that was a good idea. I think I used to have like a vaporizer that looked like a like a mobile telephone 10 years ago. Yeah, so I could be like right in the meeting with my vaporizer outside, and everyone will be thinking that I am making a phone call, but actually it is a vaporizer. So that's the kind of advanced technology I used to have. So, but then that whole vaporizer thing has become into this evil because vaporizing is the best way to get to use any kind of get the essential oil of a substance out of a herb without like making it into ash and burning it like a barbarian. You know, the worst thing you can really do with any kind of thing is burning it up into ash and getting all those things. So, because you burn it up into ash, you get all kind of carcinogens. Ash brings carcinogens. Anything you burn up to extreme, you carcinogen. Same with extreme barbecued food or extremely burnt food. It's that thing that gives you, it has all those complex chemicals that are irritants to your system that cause cancer. So that's like a good idea when you sit there and say, hey, that'll be a good idea. Instead of people killing themselves, we can do like a harm reduction program and they can have a vaporizing thing where you bring tobacco to the right temperature where it only releases the essential good for you substances that give you like a bang, like a hit of energy. That's what tobacco is supposed to do. Give you like a hit of energy. It gives you like a whack of energy. Well, that's supposed to be the medical benefits of tobacco. That's the reason why it became used by the natives and everybody. Well, it also needs to be safe. When will you see if when you get a boost of strength? But that downgraded and become into like a scourge way now. Children and all, it's like they're getting a. You know, I don't need to tell you what vaping has become. So likewise, now in the Christianity, the message of Jesus is a good message. The elder was saying, a prophet is, that I asked was, what is the difference between a prophet and a prophet? A prophet is, some are called for certain locales. That was the answer that the clergy was given about Islam was that Moses was called for the Jews, like this one is called for this one, but Hazrat Muhammad was called for the whole world. And that is true. Look at it. Look how many fathers he has. Like most of the world is thing, Islam. And likewise, similarly, Hazrat Isa, Assalamu alaikum, he too, he was called for the world. There's like brothers can share it because look how many followers he has. But again, neither the Muslims nor the Christians need to get into arms about this whole whole matter. Why? Because